So hi, we're taking this class called eecs 330, and we're doing this user interface as our class project, and we want you to try our paper prototype to be able to figure out how easy it is to use. And here is our homepage, and here is your first task. Check how much you used Facebook at Tech. And please say out loud what you're thinking.
All right, so I'm just checking out this little blurb here. It says it helps me track my social media, set goals. So I'm gonna click on menu. Looks like my only option. Track usage. Tech. I've used Facebook Attack for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Slightly alarming. That is my total.
Yeah, that's it.
Seems easy to use.
Yeah. So we have 2 more tasks.
Wonderful.
Second task is set a goal of not using Facebook at Tech.
Click on a little X. Go back. Click menu again. Set goals. Goal. Don't use Facebook at Tech. Okay.
Here you go. Here's the reminder. You
Oh,
completed
okay.
this task as
So I have a
well.
little reminder, and I can delete it if I want to.
Yes.
And you know, I feel like using Facebook and text, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete it right now. Change my mind. I'm too impulsive.
Yeah, sounds good. And one last task, which is task 3. Check who you interacted with the most and how many snaps you exchanged.
Huge. Menu. Interaction summary. Check who you interacted with the most and how many snaps you exchanged. All right, so I'll check Renata Smith. How many snaps you exchanged? So we exchanged 12 snaps. That's good to know. I'm done with that one. How about Alper? Is that our Alp?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sick. 7 snaps with Alper.
Yep. Perfect. Do you have any feedback you want to share? You completed all of the 3 tasks. Perfect. Thank you for participating.
I'm trying to think yeah, so what exactly is this? It's just for tracking social media?
It's for tracking social media and tracking your user interaction, and if you want to set goals of restricting some of your usage.
So does the goal, when you set a goal, is it just chill up there for a little bit? Or
Yeah,
do you have anything that helps you complete the goals?
Yeah, it is a reminder for now, but do you think it would be more useful if it actually helps accomplish the goal, like restricting the usage?
I think if you had if you logged onto Facebook and Tech, for example, I don't know if this is an app, and so if you have location on your app and you were on Facebook, it could somehow send you a notification reminder you didn't want to use Facebook and Tech. That would be super useful.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but other than that, looks pretty dope. Super easy to use. Didn't have to struggle with it at all. Good interface.
Thank you. Sounds great.
All right, Arya.
Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect.
Hi, we're taking this class called eecs 330, and for this we're doing a class project involving developing an interface, a user interface, and we prepared our first prototype, and we want some feedback. We want to figure out if it's easy enough to use, if it's intuitive, and to test our prototype, we want you to take a look at it, try to use it, and try to accomplish a couple tasks. First task is check how much you used Facebook at Tech. Here's the task, and here's our homepage. And try to think out loud.
I'll just click on the menu. Track usage. Tech. Okay, so I got it.
So how much did you use?
2 hours,
see?
12 minutes.
Okay. Now your second task is set a goal of not using Facebook at Tech.
Okay. Let's close this. Go back. Set goals. Okay.
So do you see it? You accomplished
Yeah.
this task, and it
Um,
shows on your
Yeah.
on screen.
Show
Now,
my reminders.
you accomplished your first two tasks. Now your third task is check who you interacted with the most and how many snaps you exchanged.
Click for details, right? Okay.
So what are your answers? Who for?
So I think I interacted with Renato the most, and we've exchanged 12 snaps.
Okay, great. Thank you for participating. Do you have any feedback? What did you think of the user interface?
It's a very easy to use app. I liked it. It's so simple. It's just so easy to set reminders, and you just see your reminders on the menu, which is so user friendly. I liked it.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're in this class eecs 330, and we're developing this user interface for our class project, and we came up with this paper prototype, and we want to test if it's easy to use. So we want you to accomplish a couple tasks. Here is the home page, and your first task is check how much you used Facebook at Tech.
Okay. Menu.
And yeah, so if also you can like say it out loud what you're thinking, that'd be great.
Okay, so check how much I use Facebook. Track usage. And then tech. Okay, there. So 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So close out. Back.
Yeah, perfect. You accomplished the first task, and your second task is set a goal of not using Facebook at Tech.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the screen before,
Mm-hmm.
and then back to the menu. Set goals. And then I'll add a goal. use Facebook in tech. Okay. Is that it? Do I have to save it or something?
Just do whatever feels right.
Okay, so back. Okay, cool.
So you have your goal, you accomplished the task 2.
Uh-huh.
I think it wasn't very obvious whether you had to save it, so
Yeah, it
we
wasn't.
might need to work on that.
Yeah.
Make it a save button to make sure it is
Yeah,
saved.
or just like a notification or something. Like something
notification,
That like
okay.
if it pops up on the list or something.
True. You successfully saved
Yeah.
your goal. Okay, perfect. And last task, task 3, check who you interacted with the most and how many snaps you exchanged.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go to interaction summary. And I'll just go down the list again. So I'll go Renata. Okay, so 12 snaps, and then Alp. Seven. I'm gonna go Chloe. Also 12, and Ege. None, and then Caitlin. 46. So Caitlin was the most snaps.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for participating. That was it. Thanks for your feedback.
Sure.
We appreciate it. So there were a couple problems we noticed during the testing. Although the menu, drop-down menu was very simple, after going to the map to track usage, we realized that these buttons were not very obvious that they were pressable. So as a design solution, we have to make sure when we are actually coding it that these buttons are very obviously pressable, and once the user presses it, something will pop up. That was one of the issues, because we realized that it was taking the user some time to figure out that they had to press that button. Besides that, we got the feedback that for the goals, it would be better, instead of just entering a goal manually and having it as a reminder, it would be much better if our app could actually help the user accomplish that goal. For example, reminding the user, let's say with an alarm, when that user is at tech where he's trying to restrict his usage, or else if the app could actually limit or restrict the user from using the app at particular locations or times, that would be very helpful for the user instead of just reminding the goal. And another thing, similar to our first problem, for the interaction window, we realized that even though we explained that user had to click the circle for more details, it still took the user some time to figure out that they had to click that. So we realized that it's really important to make sure that it's very obvious that when the users can press some button and then a window will pop up. So if we figure out these problems about the goal and pressable buttons, I think our design will be set. So after one last interview, we also discovered that in this goals page, once the user enters the goal and presses OK, there needs to be a notification or something here to make sure that the goal was successfully saved. Otherwise, it's not very obvious. It took the user some time to figure it out and actually decide to press back. And also here, the user misinterpreted the task, and he didn't really understand. He had to find the person who he interacted with the most and how many snaps he exchanged with her. Instead, he just clicked everyone one by one, and he didn't bother clicking close for this tab. So maybe we can make this close button more obvious, more visible, or figure that out somehow that user closes the tab after it pops up before clicking something else. That's it.